Good evening, everyone. Hope you all can hear my voice. Someone who is on live, please just drop a comment whether I'm audible or not. And as the count of the participants here is very less, I'll be just starting the session in 2 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, you just let me know whether my audio is clear or not. Thank you, Deepika, Krishna, and Sushmita. Welcome you all to the session. We'll be starting the session in just few minutes. Please be patient. And also, if any of your friends or your known people are also participating in this live, you just once remind them about the session and ask them to join. You people, please don't leave the session. We'll be getting into the questions in just few minutes. Meanwhile, the people who are in the session, can you please drop me what is our target topics today? What are the topics we are going to learn? You have already learned it, pardon me, and you just say what are we gonna revise or the questions we are gonna see on related to TCS NQT. I guess you all are in the Telegram group, and you might have got today's schedule. And our team might have also posted in the comment box here itself. I expect a response from the audience here. Yes, SINCA. What does SINCI means here? Yes, partnership, allegation, and mixture. Is only Sushmita in the session? What about the other people? Yes, Sunil, thank you. It's simple interest and compound interest. So, are we going to go with only simple interest, compound interest, partnership, allegation, and mixture, or there is something else? Yes, clocks and calendars. That's great. So these are the topics we are gonna like see the questions and recall the concept so that we'll be ready for TCS NQT. Simple interest, compound interest, partnership, allocation and mixture, and clocks and calendar. So we'll be solving problems on this, and let the people who will be joining join. And meanwhile, we start the session, and I'll share my PPT here. So you please don't compromise on commenting in the comment box, and just let me know whether my screen is visible or not immediately once I immediately share it. So I'm sharing my entire screen here. Let me know what can you see on the screen. Can you people see question number 1 on the screen now? Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, students, sorry for the inconvenience. Just give me a second until I broadcast my screen here. Is it visible now? Please let me know whether my screen is visible now or not. Yes, now it's working. Thank you for the response. See, let's not waste the time and directly go into the sessions. And we all know that today we are going to work on simple interest and compound interest, partnership, allegation and mixture, and also clocks and calendars. So let's focus on all these concepts and see some questions. So in our first session, non-technical session here, we were able to solve approximately 30 questions, and we just need try to make the same target here as well in this session. As the time is already 7:15, I'm directly just going into the session. Students, please focus here. And the first question says that a sum of money at simple interest amounts to 815 in 3 years and 854 in 4 years. The sum is, see, as we read the question here, we can understand that this question is from the concept simple interest, right? So the reading the question itself, we understand it is from simple interest. And can anyone let me know What's the formula we use in the concept of simple interest basically? Anyone? What are the terms we use and what is a interest actually? Remember that we are not going to discuss the topics here. Let's go fast. If I just keep explaining you what is an interest, what is simple interest, what is the formula used for that, these and all, it takes a lot of time. So based on the question requirement, we'll be going with the formulas. Okay. See, simple interest is nothing but you might have learned in your childhood, in your schooling 10th standard or intermediate. And if someone has already went through some self practice of this simple interest and compound interest, or prepared for any applied for any competitive exams, you might have known this. And Sushmita has answered. Thank you so much. And the formula here is PTR by 100. Yes or no? So, what are the terms P, T, and R here? So, we know that simple interest is nothing but when we borrow or lend money from someone or to someone, the amount we pay back with an extra money for using their money is nothing but interest. Yes or no? If I just borrow 100 rupees from a person and I am paying back 150 rupees, the 50 rupees extra I am paying here is nothing but the interest. And we do have two types of interest here again, say simple interest and compound interest. And this question is talking about simple interest, so let's talk about only simple interest. Okay, so I'm taking 100 rupees, returning 150 rupees, because I do have an agreement with the person from whom I am just borrowing the money, that I will be returning you the amount, adding some more money to that for using their money. That is nothing but simple interest here. Okay, so this question, if we observe, we know that the formula to calculate a simple interest is PTR by 100. But if we know the concept, what is interest, what is the amount, what is principal, and all those things, there is no need of using the formula also in this question. Can anyone answer me for this question here? See, we know that in this formula PTR by 100, P is nothing but the principal. Principal is nothing but the amount initially borrowed or lent. Okay, so if you are taking amount from someone, the 100 rupees here, which I have taken from some other person, is the principal here, which is nothing but the initial amount. Time is nothing but for how many months or years, for days I am taking this money is nothing but the time. Here we basically calculate time in years in this formula. And R is nothing but rate of interest. Okay, for example, rate of interest will always be given in terms of percentage. Okay, say 5%, 6%, and all. So if I just borrow 100 rupees and 5% interest is there, and for one term I'll be paying them 105 rupees, calculating 5% interest on this and adding it to the amount. Okay, so now based on this, can anyone answer me for this question? The question says a sum of money at simple interest amounts to 815 in 3 years. Okay, so some amount has been borrowed. We don't know what the amount is. Let's take the amount to be X. What it is saying, after first year, second year, and third year, coming to the third year, what happened? This amount has been amounted to 815, means increased. Why does this amount increase? Because in first year I'll be adding some interest to the principal amount, and second year also I'll be adding interest to the principal amount, and third year also I'll be adding some interest. Yes or no? So calculating it, by third year my amount is 815, and by fourth year my amount is here 854. This is what the question is saying. Okay, at sum of money at simple interest amounts to rupees 815 in 3 years and rupees 854 in 4 years. Okay, the sum means the principal amount, initial amount we are asked to find out here. So can anyone answer me for this question? Can anyone try to answer me for this question? So we have been given with four options here, say 650, 690, 698, and 700. I'm refreshing my page for the comments. Okay, see, I'll explain you the answer here. We don't use any formula here. What does this says? By third year, my amount has amounted to 815, and by fourth year, it has been 854. We know that simple interest is nothing but the interest. Extra money we add to the amount uh, as we are returning back and using for using the amount of other person. See here, by third year I'm paying 815, and by fourth year 854. So what is the difference between the amount here? If I calculate 854 minus 815, my difference between the numbers here is 39, right? So 39 is the interest paid between this 1 year, yes or no? From third year to fourth year, in this change of period, the interest paid is here 39, but I have already passed 3 years and I am in third year. See, the difference between simple interest is compound and compound interest is simple interest always remains the same, okay, for the given time period. Simple interest never changes, where there will be change in compound interest. The amount will be changing always, whereas in simple interest it will always remain same. So this 39 amount would have been paid in the first year and second year also, yes or no? And paying it for the third year also, it has become 815. So if I can multiply this with 3 and subtract this from 815, I'll get the initial amount, right? So I hope you just got my logic. So for the first year, I don't know what's the amount borrowed. Initial year, what's the amount borrowed, I don't know. First year, second year also I don't know. Third year it's 815, fourth year it's 854. So the interest I have calculated here, which is nothing but 39. So I have already paid interest for 3 years. 39 into 3 gives me 117. So if I can subtract this 117 from this one, I'll get the initial amount excluding all these three interests, okay? So these three interests are 39, 39 and 39. So I'm directly taking 339s and subtracting it from 815 to get the initial amount. So my initial amount here is nothing but 815 minus 117, which gives me the answer 698. Hope this answer is clear for everyone. So I can see the number 698 at option C. So my answer for this question is option C. Hope this is clear for everyone. Yes or no? Yes, thank you, Sunil. And I don't know who is this. Dad's little princess. Very good for your thanks for your answer. And see here, if you answer me for the question also, I may not see your reply immediately when I'm explaining the question, but I will see later after explanation of the question or session. Okay. Thank you for your response, and we'll be moving to the next question with a trust that you all have understood the question. And see the next question here. Now it says that how much time will it take for an amount of rupees 450 to yield 81 as interest. So see here, if we observe, rate of interest is given, which is nothing but 4.5 percentage, and amount is given. Amount, we always take it to be the principal. Amount is 450, and the interest is also has been directly given here. See, rupees 81 as interest. So SI here is also given, which is nothing but 81, and I'm asked to find out how much time will it take. Means I'm asked to find out T here. So from the formula, PTR by 100 is SI. From this formula, can I find out the value of T? Can you just drag out a formula which talks about the time here? From this same formula, I can also write T is equal to SI into 100 by P into R. Yes or no? So 100 moving this side goes and multiplies with simple interest, and R and T goes down, making the denominator here. So T is nothing but SI into 100 by PR. Similarly, we can also drag the formulas for R and P, which is nothing but rate of interest. SI into 100 by the remaining two terms in the formula here, which is nothing but T into P. And similarly for principal, I can also take SI into 100 by the remaining two terms, which are nothing but R into T. Got it? So as we are asked to find out time here, I am supposed to use this formula. So can you just substitute these values? I have very clearly written the values here and the formula also. Can you just substitute this SI value here, P value here, T value here, and give me the answer? So making it, it becomes 81 into 100 by principal 450 and R 4.5. So what's the answer for this one? Someone answered it is 4 years. So students, those who are still working also, just check whether the answer is 4 years or not. So this is a direct formula substitution, guys. All the data required for the question is given in the question, and we are also ready with the formula. So just substituting the values over there, I'll be getting the answer, which is nothing but 4 years. Okay. So let's move a little bit forward and try to answer another question. See here, I can see only two answers for the previous question. Three, yeah, five people has answered for the previous question, and this is also a similar question. And we are asked to find out the principal here, and we know what is the formula for principal also, right? So can you just drag out the given data from the question and try to find out the principal value here? So I will not be writing the data given here, and I will also not write the formula here. You by yourself just write down the formula, substitute the values, and give me the answer. If I get even one answer, I'll just move with the next question. Okay, this is not a question where we just need to take much time. See, if we observe, rate of interest is given, which is nothing but 12 percentage. Time is also given 3 years, and I have been given interest, which is nothing but 5,400. And I was asked to find out the principal. I know the formula for principal, which is nothing but SI into 100 by time into rate of interest. So from this, I can directly write down 100 into 5,400 by the rate of interest given is 12 and time is 3. So just simplifying this, I'll be getting the answer, which is nothing but 15,000, and my answer is option C here. Thank you guys for your answer. Done. Let's move to the next question here, and just read the question properly and try to answer. I just expect even one answer for this question. See here, students. A bank offers 5% compound interest calculated half yearly basis. So what I do is, before we just going into the problem, I'll explain. I'll just once rewind you the concept of compound interest, because this problem is from compound interest here, and we need to know the formula for compound interest. See, the formula for compound interest, SI is PTR by 100. Similarly, compound interest is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n minus p. Okay, so this is the formula to calculate amount. So in before we just coming in moving into the questions, I told you that the difference between simple interest and compound interest is that simple interest remains the same for all the years, whereas compound interest gets changes based on the agreement. Okay, this can be like half yearly, quarterly, or yearly also. So we do have three different formulas. Amount gets changed. Okay, so the term which you can see here, that is nothing but p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of n. This is what the formula to find out the changed amount. Okay, modified amount. The principal, the p is here nothing but the principal amount which has been borrowed initially, but this keeps on changing and based on the time period and the agreement. And if there is an agreement, something like we just need to calculate it half yearly basis. So if you can see in the question here, it is mentioned calculated half yearly basis. In few questions it will be given quarterly basis, and few questions we also see that it can be calculated annually. See the formula which you can see for the amount here is something when calculated annually. Okay, so if it is calculated half yearly, we do have a formula which is nothing but p into 1 plus r by 2 by 100 to the power of 2n. Okay, so see here we are just dividing the rate of interest by 2 and multiplying the number of years with 2. Similarly, you can also try to just drag the formula for quarterly calculated amount, which is nothing but p into 1 plus r by 4 by 100 to the power of 4n. So this also the formula to calculate amount calculated half yearly, and this is something calculated, sorry, this is quarterly and this is half yearly and this is annually. So in our question, if we observe, it is mentioned which it is calculated half yearly basis. So the formula we are supposed to use here is this one. Okay, so please make use of the formula p into 1 plus r by 2 by 100 to the power of n. So these are the formulas only for amount, not for compound interest again. Okay, this modified amount minus principal gives us the compound interest. Okay, see here I am again subtracting p from the amount which gives me the compound interest. So the compound interest calculated half yearly is p into 1 plus r by 2 by 100 to the power of n minus p. This is the formula. Okay, so you just remember this one, make note of the formulas if you require, and just try to find out the answer for this one. A customer deposits rupees 16,000, sorry, 1,600 each on 1st January and 1st July of a year. Okay, so two times the amount 1,600 has been deposited. So the total amount is here 3,200, but 1,600 is having one plan and this 1,600 is having another plan. See, this 1,600 is deposited on 1st January and the other one is on 1st July. At the end of an year, the amount would have gained by the way of interest is. So very clearly we are asked to find out the interest, means compound interest. So at the end of the year means the time is here 1 year, right? So as we have invested or just deposited the amount or borrowed the amount 1,600 on 1st January, so the duration for this one is 1 year, whereas for this one is only half year, because we are just making this taking this planet 1st of July. The amount deposited here is on 1st July, so the duration here is only half the year, which is nothing but 1 by 2. I already told you like in the previous question that the time in our questions is always taken in terms of year. Okay, so I'm taking 1 by 2 of an year here and 1 here. So after calculating compound interest on this plan and compound interest on this plan, if we sum out the values, I'll be getting the final compound interest. So can anyone answer me for this question? So I haven't seen. No, ma'am. Means you are not able to make it out. Anyone who can give me the answer? The answer is quite simple. Okay, I'll just help you out with the answer, with the process of answering this question here. Just want to clear my screen. Just give me a minute. So let me answer this question. So the amount I'm having 1600 and 1600, and I do have two different plans here, whereas first is deposited on January 1st and the other one is on July 1st, right? So the duration here is 1 year and here is half year. And the formula I am using here is half yearly based. So I know that compound interest. So let's take the amount first, okay? So compound interest is nothing but I know that compound interest is amount minus principal again, right? So let me first calculate the amount to make my process easier, okay? So amount calculated on first scheme will the formula will be, obviously I know that P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100 to the power of 2n, as we are calculating it half yearly basis, right? So for the first amount it will be 1600 into 1 plus 5 by 2 by 100 to the power of 2 into 1, okay? And for the second one, so anyhow I just need to take the sum of the values here, so I'm just making it directly sum here, calculating the total amount, okay? So the total amount I'm calculating here. So on the first scheme, it will be 1600 into 1 plus 5 by 2 by 100 to the power of 2 to the power of 1. And again for the second one, it will be 1600 into 1 plus 5 by 2 by 100 to the power of 2 into 1 by 2. Yes or no? Because my duration is here only half year. So I'm just calculating 2 on the numerator and denominator, and I was left with only the value 1 there. So my final thing is here 1600 into 1 plus 5 by 2 into 100 by 2 plus 1600 into 1 plus 5 by 2 into 100. That's it. So I'm not having any value in the at the power here, okay? Because I'm calculating it for only half year, and I know that I need to multiply that with 2. So I'm left with no value here. So simplify this now and let me know the answer. So you can just easily simplify this one, 1 plus 5 by 200 again. So you just take 200 in the denominator and calculate it out. Upper you will be getting 205 by 100. So it will be 41 by 100. So as it is under the square, 41 by 100 into 41 by 100 I'll be taking. And in the second case 1600, and it will be obviously 41 by, sorry, 40, 40, 41 by 40. So just simplify this one and let me know the answer. And remember this one, students, the number which we are calculating now. After you calculating this one, 1600 into 41 by 40, all these things, the value which you are getting is not the simple interest, it is the amount, okay? So we are calculating the total amount here. After we getting the total amount, we just need to we just need to subtract the principal amount from that. What is the principal amount here? 1600 plus 1600. So that is nothing but total 3200. See, I'm calculating total amount here. So I need to subtract total principal from this one, not 1600. So after this, you will be getting the answer. Can anyone answer the question now? 120. Okay. 3200. 3,200 is the total principal here. I'm just asking you to find out the compound interest. Okay, see students, after you solving this out, you will be getting the answer 3,321. This is my amount on both the schemes. Okay, so after I calculating the amount, I know that compound interest is nothing but amount minus principal. So I'll be getting the value here 3,321 minus 3,200, which gives me the answer 121. Okay, so just matching up my answer, option B is gonna be my answer here. Is this clear for everyone? See, just remember one thing, students, while just reading questions related to compound interest, sorry, anything related to interest, what you need to do is find it out whether it is a compound interest or simple interest. So the first thing here is our question is from compound interest, and the second one is what formula I need to use there, whether half yearly based, quarterly based, or annually. So the question itself very clearly says it is on half yearly basis. Okay, then the data given, so whatever it is, the principal is given here, and we also find out for the rate of interest, because the only unknown values in the formula are P and R here and N. So based on the data, I'll be taking P and R values and simplifying this, nothing else. So as I'm asked to find out the amount he would have gained by the way of interest, I'm just calculating the simple interest here on both the schemes. Okay, I hope this question is clear for all. Done. Thank you so much. And our next question is here. See, there is 60 percentage increase in amount 6 years at simple interest. The first 3 or 4 questions which we have solved are from simple interest, and the previous question which we have solved is from compound interest. And if you observe this question here, this is a combination of both simple interest and compound interest. See, there is 60% increase in an amount in 6 years at simple interest. What will be the compound interest of rupees 12,000 after 3 years at the same rate? See here, I was not given with the rate here, but I need to take the same rate in which I'm like using in this simple interest case. So do you have any clue how to solve the answer for this question? Anyone? Anyone? No? Shall I go with the answer then? Okay, students, let's see the answer here. What is it saying? There is 60 percentage increment in the amount. So I just don't know what's the amount here, but I just need to find out the rate of interest here, so that I can use the rate of interest in this case. My question here is to find out the compound interest, yes or no. That is nothing but amount minus principal. So I just need to calculate the amount here. For amount, I need rate of interest and number of years. So number of years is already given here, and the amount is also given. So I'm ready with the p value and sorry, n value here, and I just need only the r value, and this r value I need to drag out from the clue given related to simple interest. Okay, see what is given here. There is 60 percentage increase in the amount. I don't know the amount here, so what I do here is, if the amount is 100, I assume the amount to be 100. You can take anything else. Okay, so I calculate. So for simple calculation, I'm taking 100 here. Then if the amount increases by 60 percentage, means 60 percentage of 100 is nothing but 60, yes or no. So this amount is becoming 160. Amount has increased to 160 after paying the interest. So what is the interest here? Obviously, if the amount 100 becoming 160 after paying the interest, so my interest here is obviously 60 rupees, yes or no. 100 is the initial amount I have borrowed, and 160 is the amount I am paying back. So the interest here is 60 rupees. So the duration given here is 6 years. Time given is 6 years. What I need to do here, I am supposed to find out rate of interest. So rate of interest can be calculated using the formula SI into 100 by P into T, which are nothing but principal and time. So from this, you can just find out the value. I do have SI from the question, which is nothing but 60. So I'll be taking 60 here, 60 into 100. And by what is the principal? I have assumed it to be 100 and T. And T is nothing but 6 here. So my answer here is very clearly 10. So what is the 10 here? Is 10 my final answer? No, 10 is the rate of interest I have calculated using the simple interest data given here. Yes or no? So the rate of interest in the first case is here 10 percentage. And now I need to use this rate of interest in the second case and try to find out the amount here in compound interest. So what is the formula to find out amount in compound interest? It is obviously P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N. So what I need to do here, P as given in the question, it is nothing but 12,000, and R I have calculated it to be 10. And what is the N value here? As given in the question itself, it is 3. So substituting all the values, I will be getting the amount. So it should be like this. How this should be actually, can anyone just make it meanwhile? I'm just clearing my screen. See, compound interest, I know that it should be amount plus principal. So amount I'm calculating, which is nothing but 12,000 into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of N minus 12,000. So I can write it as, I can take 12,000 as common, and I'll be writing as 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power of 3 minus 1. Okay. So now you can just calculate this one, take it thrice, which is nothing but 110 by 100 to the power of 3 minus 1 again. So just simplify this one, you will be getting the value, and let me know the value, and that is nothing but our answer, because we have just calculating the amount here and also subtracting the principal from the amount to to find out the compound interest. So can anyone give me the answer now? Yeah, thank you, Madhu, for just calculating the amount there. Rate of interest there. And Lohit Madhu says that the answer is 3972. Yes. So the answer, after calculating this one, my answer is 3972. And I'll be going with the option C. And the students here who are just listening to the session, if you are just getting any answer, whether it is right or wrong, just post it in the chat box and I'll let you know whether it is correct or wrong. Meanwhile, we just go to the next question. Yeah, this question is somewhat interesting, where we are just not working on very big calculations, just but depends on the logic. We just need to understand the question here. The least number of complete years in which a sum of money put out of 20% compound interest will be more than doubled is. So what does this mean? So I'll explain you the question here very clearly. So the least number of like complete years means I am asked to find out the least value of N. Okay. As I can see, 20% of compound interest, right? So the rate of interest here given is 20, and the interest is compound interest, right? So on CI, I know what's the formula, right? Amount. So see, I just no need to go with the formula of compound interest here. This logic is given based on the amount. Amount means I know the formula is P into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of n. See, the least number of years means the value of n, the minimum value of n here I am supposed to find it out, if in which the sum of money put out of 20% compound interest will be more than double this. See, the amount which has been put here means P. The amount which has been put here should be doubled. Means what? 2 into P. Yes or no? And this question says that the amount which is put here is more than doubled. More than doubled means if this value, I need to find out the value of n, where this gives me the value which is greater than, which is more than the value which I double the principal what I'm taking. Okay, so see here, I'm just making it clear here. If I just take an amount P and the amount which I calculate taking few number of years, this amount should be greater than twice the principal what I this amount should be twice the principal amount what I'm actually taking. Okay, so now can anyone let me know what is the least value of n here? So we do have the value of P here, right? Sorry, we do have the value of R here given directly in the question, which is nothing but 20. So 120 by 100 I'll be taking. PP on both the sides get cancelled to the power of n should be greater than 2. This is what the logic. So this is nothing but 6 by 5. 6 by 5, you just calculate the value, and how many times if I just take 6 by 5, the value gives me a value greater than 2. So 6 by 5, how many times if I take gives me a value which is greater than 2? You just need to answer me for this question. Someone, Yadarda, says here it is 3 or 4. So if you just take an approximate value 3 or 4, I have two options here which says 3 and 4. If you take this value, you should take either this one or this one. There is no option given here which says 3 or 4, right? So your TCS NQT numerical ability is an MCQ, multiple choice question, where you need to select only one option. Any other answers? Lohit says it's 4. Yes. So the value of 6 by 5 is, as we all know, if you just simplify this one, 1 by 2. And if you just take 6 by 5 twice, so it will be again multiplied with 1 by 2 and gives me the value 1.44. Yes or no? And if you just take this 1.23 times, it gives me the value 1.73 approximately. And if you just multiply this 1.2 again, it gives me the value 2.07. Okay, see here, 2.07. It is going a bit more than 2. Yes or no? In decimals just. But I am asked to find out the least number of years. So the minimum value, just crossing the 2, I can just select the value. See, if I just multiply this 6 by 5 4 times, I am getting a value which is greater than 2. So I go with the option 4 here. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much for your answer. And few students are also saying the answer is 3. It is not asking us to find out the maximum value less than 2. It is the minimum value greater than 2. Okay. So we just need to find out the value which goes beyond 2. So my answer is here 4. And here is your next question. You all can, I think you all can answer this one. Yeah, sorry. This is from again partnership. As I can see, a share here and profit. These terms make me investment, profit, shares, business. The terms used in the question makes me understand that this question is from the concept partnership. So I just need to use the concept of partnership to solve the problem here. I don't know how many of you are aware of the concept and how many of you can answer this question, but I'll just give you a basic understanding so as not to waste the time. A and B invest in a business in the ratio 3 is to 2. So see here, 3 is to 2 is nothing but their investment ratio as per the given question. Yes or no? A and B invest in a business in the ratio 3 is to 2. See, if someone invests 60,000 in a business and someone invests 40,000 in a business, if there is 1,000 rupees of profit, how will they be sharing? Will they be sharing again this 1,000 rupees in the ratio as 500 and 500? No, right? As this person has invested 60,000 and this person has invested 40,000, they also need to get the profit in the same ratio, which is nothing but 6 is to 4. So this 1,000 rupees should be again shared as 600 and 400. This is the minimum thing we all know, right? Whatever we invest, if we get a profit in that, we will also be sharing the amount in the same ratio. See, this sharing ratio, the profit ratio, is always nothing but their investment ratios. Whatever they invest is nothing but the profit ratios again. This should be calculated, this should be taken. If this is the investment of first person and if this is the investment of second person, the investment ratios is nothing but their profit ratios. They will also be sharing the profits in the same ratio. But this is applicable only if they both are investing for the same time period. Okay, so the time should be common in both the cases. T1 should be equal to T2. So if not, if T1 is not equal to T2, it varies again. So we just need to go with some other thing. For example, he is investing uh, 60,000 here and he is investing 40,000 here, but he is investing only for 6 months, whereas he is investing it for 12 months. Even though the amount is less here, the duration for which he is investing is more, right? And even the amount this person investing is more, the duration at which he is investing is less. So what happens here? The amount this person is investing in this 12 months becomes greater than what this person is investing, person one is investing, right? So if the time period is not same here, if we observe in the example, the time of first person is 6 and the 6 months, and the time of second person is here 12 months. So what happens here, what we need to do in this case is, I will also be multiplying the time with which this person is investing to the investments, and I take it as their profit. Okay, so my profit now will be investment into time. Investment into time of first person and investment into time of second person will be the profit ratios. This should be equal to profit of first person and profit of second person. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is the basic thing we follow while solving problems related to uh, partnership. And see here, we are asked to find out A share here, and the given question is A and B invest in a business in the ratio 3 is to 4. So A's investment is 3x, we can assume, and B's investment is 2x, I can take. And it says if 5% of the total profit goes to charity. So if we have a profit and 5% goes to charity, then what is A's share? If A's investment, if A's share is 855 rupees, what is the total profit is the question here. So what I can do here, the clue given in the question here is 5% of the total profit goes to charity. So what I do is here to just analyze the answer, I assume the profit to be rupees 100. Okay, so if I assume the total profit to be rupees 100, then 5% should be given to charity first. So let's find out 5% of 100, which is nothing but 100 into 5 by 100, which is nothing but 5 rupees. So if I add this 5 rupees should be given to charity. So 100 minus 5 means the remaining amount is here 95 rupees. Okay, so in this 95 rupees, I'll try to find out A share. Okay, so what is A share here? If the total profit is 95 rupees, if the total profit is 100 rupees, A share is here We know how to find out the share when a ratio is given, yes or no? So 3 is to 2 is the ratio given here. If I want to find out A's share, I'll be taking the term given for A's ratio here, that is nothing but 3 by sum of the values in the ratio, which is nothing but 3 plus 2 5. 3 by 5th amount has to be is the amount invested by the A. And obviously if we are supposed to calculate B's amount, what will I be doing here? 2 by 5th of the amount is the amount invested by B. Okay, so I don't know the amount here. So as the amount here, the share should be taken after the amount being given to the charity, yes or no? After I giving 5% to the charity, this share to be shares has to be done. So I'll be taking 3 by 5th amount of 95 rupees as the share of A, which gives me the value 57. Okay, so I'm done with the answer till here. And if I yesterday we have solved few problems using ratio and proportion, right? So if I just use the same concept here, just taking the ratio of this share and total profit, I can find out the answer. See here, if A share is 57 rupees, the total profit is 100. In the case where A share is 57 rupees. Similarly, I'm asked to find out if A share is 855 rupees, what will be the total profit? This is what the question is. If A share is 855 rupees, what will be the total profit? This is what my question is. So I can just simplify this one, right? You can just simplify this one to find out the answer, which is nothing but x is equal to, this is nothing but 57 by 100 is equal to 855 by x. This gives me x is equal to 100 into 855 by 57, which gives me the answer 1500. Okay, so I think you're clear with the answer. I can see the number 51 at option B. So my answer for this question is option B. Is the solution clear for everyone? See here, what has been done here is the total profit has been asked here to find out if A share is 855 rupees, and I don't know what is A share, and I don't know what the total profit is also. So what I have done here, I have assumed the total profit to be 100 rupees. If the total profit is 100 rupees, A share is 3 by 5th of the amount. I have taken this 3 by 5 from the data given here, yes or no? So there is some data given here. If you see 3 2, 3 is to 2 is given here. From this ratio, I take 3 by 5th of the amount to be A share, and 2 by 5th of the amount to be B share. So after giving 5% to the charity, the leftover amount is 95 here. So 95 into 3 by 5th should be given to A. So that is nothing but 57. So using the ratio method here, I'm finding out the total profit. If 57 is the A share, the total profit is 100 as per my assumption. So similarly, if 855 is A share, then what will be the total amount, total profit? So the total profit, calculating here using the ratio method cross multiplication, I'll get the answer, which is nothing but 1500. So I didn't get answer from anyone here, but just let me know whether you understood the answer or not, so that I can move to the next question. Students, did I lost my network, or you're not responding? Yes. So the people who didn't answer for this question, I just need a response here saying that yes, ma'am, we understood, or it's clear, ma'am, so that I move to the next question. Yeah, thank you, Ram. Ram Leela. I don't know your Leela or Ram. Next. Yes, that's great. So I'll be just moving my slide to the next question. Yeah, this is also a simple question. As we have understood the concept of partnership, I just leave on this question to you. But I'll just first mark the important terms in the question here, so that you can solve the question easily. See, A, B, C jointly thought of engaging themselves in a business. See, whenever you see a lengthy question, don't just get confused. Oh my god, the question is very big, it takes a lot of time to read the question, and don't simply skip the question. Even though the question looks big, solution can be easy, okay? So, first read the question. It was agreed that A would invest 6,500. So, if I take A's investment is 6,500 and for 6 months. So A is investing this for 6 months. So the duration is different for everyone here, right? So I'm just writing out the terms here. And B, what is B doing here? B rupees 8,400 and for 5 months. So 8,400 and this is for 5 months. And C's investment is here 10,000 and this is for 3 months. This is what the data given in the question. And another point has also been mentioned here. What is that? A wants to be the working member for which he was to receive 5% of the profit. See, what is the working member? What is the term working member here? We will be having two types of people in a business: sleeping partner and working partner. Sleeping partner is someone who just invests the amount but will not work, okay? Working member is someone who also invests and works, okay? In this case, if we see, A is being the working member, means B is just investing the amount and C is also just investing the amount. But A is investing the amount as well as working over there. Okay. So for the work she is or he is doing there, he need to receive 5% of the profit. Okay. So whatever the profit we are getting, first 5% has to be given to A, then the sharing has to be done. Okay. I just think you understood the question here. And the total profit is given here, which is nothing but 7,400, and we are asked to find out the share of B. So what we need to do here, I just need to find out the share of B. So for this, if I just find out the ratios of each person, I can find it out. So find out the ratios of profit between A, B, C. And out of the total profit what I am having, first 5% has to be given to A. So calculate 5 percentage of 7,400. So whatever the value you get, give this to A. And the remaining amount, after we subtracting this amount from 7,500, 7,400, the remaining amount has to be shared among all the remaining people. So can anyone give me the answer for this one? Just everything has been written here. Your part is just to simplify it out. So A's here is 6,500 into 6, and B's here is 8,400 into 5, and C's here is 10,000 into 3. So I'll be getting some ratio, right? A is to B is to 3. I'll be getting some ratio. You just simplify this one and tell me the ratio. This is your number one task. And number two task is calculate 5 percentage of 7,400 and let me know the value. And your third thing is, so first calculate this one, second calculate 5 percentage of 7,400, and third one, subtract this second value from 7,400 again. So one after the other, let me know the answers. What is the ratio between A is to B is to C? Anyone? Just find out the ratio, or else you just let me know what is the 5 percentage of 7,400 and subtract the value 7,400. Like 5% of 7,400 should be found out, and that has to be subtracted from 7,400. It's not 36,000, 39,000. Yadhartha. Yeah, 39,000, 42,000, and 30,000. So you can just simply take it, you can just more simplify it, making it as 13 is to 14 is to 10. So the ratio here is 13, 14, and 10. And the other thing is here 5% of this 7,400. Has anyone calculated that one? Sorry, 5% of 7,400, which is nothing but 370 rupees. Okay. So this 370 rupees should be given to A. Yes or no? So we are giving 5% of 7,400 to A. So the leftover amount. So in this 7,400, whatever the amount left over should be just distributed among the people. And the number here is 7030. Okay. So this rupees 7,030 should be shared among A, B, C, and the sharing ratio is 13 is to 14 is to 10. So I'm ready with the ratio in which I need to share the amount, and I also have this amount which I need to share. So what I'm asked here, I'm asked to find out the share of B. So I can make it, what is the B's ratio here? 14. 14 by sum of all the values. 13 plus 14 plus 10 gives me the number 37. So 14 by 37 into 7030 gives me the answer, which is nothing but 2660. So the options which matches my answer is option B. So my answer is this one. Okay. Is the solution clear for everyone? I repeat it quickly for you all. So as I just read the question, A, B, C are the three members here, and A inverse 6,500. So for all the three people, investments has been given, time is also given. So I am just finding out the investment ratio. Profit ratio. I know that profit ratio is also equal to investment ratio, but as the time is different for all the three people here, I need to take it as investment into time, investment into time, investment into time. So after calculating the just using the values given in the question and simplifying this, my ratio is 13 is to 14 is to 10. And but I cannot just split this amount directly with 7,400, but from the 7,400 I also need to subtract 5% of the amount, because 5% of the amount has to be given to A. Okay. So 5% after reducing, I'll be getting the amount 7030. From this I'll be calculating B share, which is nothing but 14 by 37 into 7030. So my answer is 2260. I hope this answer is clear for all. Yes, done. Thank you all for your answers. And now I'm just moving to the next question. A, B, C enter into a partnership in the ratio. Sorry, ratio is missing here. It can be just some typing mistake. After 4 months, A increases his share 50%. Okay. So what is this? This question is something related to increment and decrement of share. So in the previous question, if we see 6,500, 8,400, 10,000 is just their investment, yes or no? So the investment is continuing for 6 months for A, 5 months for B, and 3 months for C. But what if they change their investment in between? That is what this next question is. But as the question is not clear, let's find out any other question in the same PPT similar to this one. Meanwhile, you can answer me for this question. This is simple question and I expect answer from everyone. A starts business with rupees 3,500, and after 5 months, B joins with A as his partner. After a year, the profit is divided in the ratio 2 is to 3. What is B's contribution in the capital? B's contribution means investment very clearly. Okay. A's investment is given, which is nothing but 3,500. Very clearly mentions that A starts business with the amount 3,500. So A's amount is here 3,500. And after 5 months, B joins A as his partner. So after 5 months, B is joining, but we don't know the amount here. Okay. And after a year, the profit is divided in the ratio 2 is to 3. So profit ratios is given. So profit of person 1, sorry, I can take it as A is to B, right? So profit ratios are here 2 is to 3. And see what is the thing we are asked to find out. B is capital, yes or no? B is investment, we are asked to find out. For this, I can just, as this profit ratio is directly given, I can just take the profit ratios of A is to B using this one here, investment and time. So A's investment, A's profit ratio is 2 is to 3. Sorry, A and B's in profit ratio is 2 is to 3. And now A's profit here will be, obviously should be in the ratio 3,500 into how many months is has A has invested here. A has started the business, and after a year this profit has been calculated, right? So after a year means A is investing it for total 12 months, whereas B is investing it for only 7 months, right? Why is it 7 months here? Because after 5 months B joins A started a business, and after 5 months B is joining A. Means for the remaining 7 months B is investing, and the like profit is calculating at the end of the year. So in 12 months, just subtracting 5 months, I'll be left over with 7 months, which can be given to B. And the ratio is 2 is to 3 here. Simplifying this, I can find out the answer. 3,500 into 12 by x into 7 is equal to 2 by 3. So just going with cross multiplication, I can find out the value of x, and someone let me know the answer here. Anyone, please answer me for this question. So what am I doing here? Just I have written whole answer here, only the simplification part. Finding out the value of x is left over for you. What's the value of x here, class? Anyone? So even one person gives me the answer, I'll move to the next question. Nine thousand. Someone says it's 9,000. Anyone? Anyone else? See, it should be like x and 7 goes this side, so it should be into 7x, gives me 14x. 14x is equal to 3,500 into 12 into 3. So if you just multiply that and just take 14 to the other side, the value of x will be remained as 9,000. And someone has answered for this, and thank you for your answer. And the option which matches my answer here is option D. So let's get into the next question. See, I'm just skipping the question so as we just need to go to the other concepts also. Tea worth rupees 126 per kg and rupees 135 per kg are mixed with a third variety in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 2. If the mixture is worth rupees 153 per kg, the price of the third variety per kg will be. See this question, if we just observe the terms, this per kg 126 and this is 135 are mixed, and if the mixture is worth rupees 153, the price of the third variety. So this terms mixture, the varieties, and uh, two items has been mixed, all these terms makes me understand that this question is from anyone. Can anyone say this from which topic is this question? Please respond. Yes, this is from allegation and mixture. You have already just mentioned few topics before going into the session, right? So you would have understood that this question is from allegation and mixture. And see, tea worth rupees 126 and 135 means two varieties of tea are here, and they are mixed with a third variety, and this mixing ratio is 1 is to 1 is to 2. So before we just going into this, we just need to know what is allegation and mixture. We know what is a mixture. So the first statement itself says there are two types of tea. One is 126 rupees and one is 135 rupees. Means the second one is costlier than the first one. Yes or no? Both are calculated for per kg. So per kg, the first one is 126 rupees and the second one is 135 rupees. So this is very clear that, sorry for the interruption. I just got a call. Yeah. So it is very clear that if we just mix up two or more than two varieties of items to form a third one, this is nothing but a mixture. Okay. What is an allegation then? The ratio at which we are mixing these ingredients to just reach our target or to get a new item is nothing but an allegation. Okay. For example, this tea worth rupees 126 is here and the tea worth 135 is here. So in which quantities do I need to mix both this to find a third quantity? My desired quantity is at which ratio I need to take them is nothing but an allegation. Okay. So just keeping these points in mind, let's try to understand this question. So you understood what is allegation and mixture, right? Basically we do have a formula to answer this question. Just give me a minute. I'll just uh, show you that so that you understand it clear. I hope you all can see, sorry, I hope you all can see this here. Just there is a rule of allegation, and here is a representation which makes us understand it very clear. Dearer means what? The costlier item, and the cheaper is nothing but the lowest price item. So in the previous question, I have seen one of the items cost to be 135 and the other one to be 126, right? So mean price is nothing but like allocation or mixture is nothing but if I just mix two items to just get a third item, that is nothing but a mixture or allegation. Yes, on the ratio at which I mix them is nothing but an allegation. So the mean price here is nothing but the price of the new item. Okay, the third item which I am creating using this two. So I do have a formula to find out the ratio of the quantities. Okay, so I basically take it to be cheaper quantity by dearer quantity. Dearer and cheaper means we know. So this is the value which is lower, and this is something which higher value. Okay, this should be equal to, I do have a formula to find it out, which is nothing but, see here, cp of dearer minus mean price and the mean price minus cp of cheaper. So this is very clearly has represented in the diagram here, which says that, see, this is dear, d minus m value has been taken here, and m minus c value has been taken here. So what does this says? Dearer minus mean price by mean price minus cheaper gives me the quantities of cheaper and dearer. Okay. So I hope this is clear for you. If not, you can also make note of this one. So I've just switched my PPT here so that you can understand the formulas clearly and you can make a note of this so that it helps you in the future. Okay. Is it clear? So now let's come back to our presentation and just continue with the question. What does this question says? See, in the previous questions, if I see, okay, let's just not focus on this one, as you have seen the basic one here. What I do is I'll show you a question where you can answer it easily. Yeah. In what ratio must a grocer mix two varieties of pulses costing rupees 15 and rupees 20 per kg respectively, so as to get a mixture worth 16.50 kg? Okay, so the question is clear here, and I hope you can answer this question now. So what does the question says here? I do have two like varieties of items, whereas the first one is rupees 15 and the other one is rupees 20. So the dearer value here is 20 and the cheaper value here is 15. And now mean price is 16.50. So what is the data given in the question here? So so as to get a mixture worth rupees 6.50 means, if I'm just using two ingredients to form a new ingredient, the price of new ingredient is nothing but the mean price. I know this, right? So now I can also just draw a diagram based on this. I can just take the cheaper value here, dearer value here, and the mean price here. Yes or no? And now mean dearer minus mean price gives me the value. D minus M has to be taken here. Yes or no? We all know that. Ma'am, can you please share the formula sheet? Okay. Like if possible, I will share it in your Telegram group. Don't worry. See here, what I need to do now? I just need to calculate dearer minus mean price, which is nothing but 3 like 20 minus 16.50, which is nothing but 3.50. And again I need to just make it mean price minus cheaper here. So mean price means obviously the middle value of both. Yes or no? So obviously one value will be greater than this one, and one value will be lesser than this one. So just calculating out, I will be just getting again 1.50 here. So I just need to find out the ratio between them. So cheaper minus dearer, ratio is nothing but D minus M by M minus C, as I know. So my answer here is 3.50 by 1.50. So calculating this out, this gives me 350 by like just converting the decimal into the values. I can just make it as 350 by 150, which is nothing but 7 by 3. I hope this answer is clear for you. So this is very clear. What I have done is, this is mean price, this is dearer value, and this is cheaper value. So I know that when I mix two varieties of items and to form a new item, that is a mixture, and the value of the mixture and the ratios at which I'm taking is nothing but the allegation. So what I'm doing here now, so the mean price given in the question is 16.50, dearer value is 20, and the cheaper value is 15. So from this I'm just calculating this one, the ratio, which is nothing but 7 by 3. So my answer here is option C, 7 is to 3. I hope the solution is clear to everyone. Yes or no? Is the solution clear? So as this is the first question from mixture and allegation, I want someone of you to answer whether the formula or the ratio thing which we have taken here is clear or not. You just drop a comment clear so that we can move forward. Yes, thank you, Damini, for your answer. Okay, so now let's get back to the question which we have skipped here and try to answer this one. So can anyone just think of a minute to answer this question? Unlike the previous question, tea worth rupees 126, okay, and the other one worth 135 are mixed with the third variety in the ratio 1 is to 1 is to 3. See here, in the previous question, only two items are mixed, rupees 15 and rupees 20. But here, rupees 126, 135 are mixed with the third variety, and we don't know what is the price of this third variety. If the mixture is worth rupees 153, so the mean price is given here, which is nothing but 153. And the value of 2 is given here, which is 126 and 135, and I don't know the third one. But the ratio of the 3 is given, which is 1 is to 1 is to 2. So what is my question here? The price of the third variety is. So first one is 126, second one is 135, and I need to find out the price of third one using the ratio given here. So how can we answer this one? Can anyone make it? Anyone, students? So see here, if you are just not able to answer the question, I'll answer for the question. Listen carefully. So what we need to do here, as three items has been given, and I was about to just find out the third one. See, if I observe the ratio here, it is 1 is to 1 is to 2. Means the ratio of both the items is same. First two items, and the first item cost is 126 here, and the second one is 135. So as the ratio of both is same, I can directly take the average of both, considering it to be the first item. Okay, so the average. So can we just first calculate the average of both the values here? 126 plus 135 by 2. This gives me the value 130.50. This is gonna be my the price of first item. Okay, and I don't know the price of second item. And what I just need to do here now, I'll be going with my just ratio thing, which is nothing but 135, rule of allegation. Okay, so mean price is 135 here, and I just take one of the values to be 130.50, and I don't know the another value, so I assume it to be x. Okay, so now my thing is x minus 153, so dearer minus cheaper, and here it will be 153 minus 130. See why I have considered it to be the dearer value here, because I can see 130 obviously less than 153 given in the question. Yes or no? So I am considering this to be the cheaper value and x to be the dearer value. So based on this, I will be getting the value 22.50 here. So based on this, I know that cheaper by dearer can be calculated using the formula dearer minus mean price minus cheaper value. So using this, my values will be like x minus 153 by 22.50, and this should be equal to 1. So why is this equal to 1? I can just take the ratio from here. So the ratio of this is again, so see here, this is in the ratio 2, and this again, I am just combining both the values here, so both will be in the same ratio, which is nothing but 1. So I'm directly taking 1 here. So simplifying this one, I'll be getting the value of x. So someone calculate me the value of x and let me know the answer. So x is here, sorry, x minus 153 is obviously 22.50. Just moving this 150 to 150 through to the other side, it gives me the value 175.50. So are you clear with the answer? I am on the comment session. So I'll be skipping this question. I hope you understood the solution for this one. I just don't know why your energy is getting low. The responses in the comment section are getting low. Okay, I'm just moving further, leaving this concept here because we have so much to see. It was Sunday on Jan 1st, 2006. What was the day of the week on Jan 1st, 2010 is the question here. So, seeing this question itself, I can understand this question is from the concept calendar. So, apart from this allegation and mixture, simple interest and compound interest partnership and all, we know that we are also supposed to work on the problems related to calendar and clocks today. Yes or no? So, let's see as the time is already 8:40 and we are left over with only 20 minutes here, let's try to see even just two questions from each topic, like the calendar and clock, and we wind up. Okay, see here, calendar. This question is from the calendar. It says it was Sunday on Jan 1st 2006. What was the day of the week on Jan 1st 2010 is the question. So like we know, Jan 1st is Sunday and it's on the year 2006, and I'm asked to find out the day of the week on same Jan 1st. Day of the week is asked and the year is 2010. So how do we find it out? So can any just before I just going into that, can I see anyone answering for this question? Can anyone answer this question? Friday. That's great. So I have seen one answer. Madhu says it's Friday. Anyone else? Friday. Okay. So Bhagya also says it's Friday, and as you guys think that it's Friday, let's check whether the answer is Friday or not. And why is it Friday? That is very important. See, the like while solving the problems related to calendar, the main thing we considered is odd days. And I think you all know what is odd days, and we doesn't have much time to discuss the whole concept of calendar and understanding odd days. But let's make it simple. We know that in an year we will be having 365 days, yes or no? In an ordinary year we are having 365 days, whereas in leap year we will be having 366 days. Okay, so the days which cannot be made into a week are called odd days, basically, to just define it. Okay, the days which cannot be made into a week are called odd days. So the maximum number of odd days we can have is 6. Okay, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days cannot be made into a week. So 7 days can be made into a week. And if in any question 8 days are given, I can also take this 8 days as 7 days plus one. Sorry, 7 days plus 1 day. Whereas 7 days can be formed into a week and 1 day is left over. And this 1 day is known as odd day. Okay, because the 1 day is not formed into a week. Yes or no? So if I take 8 days, I can write this as 1 week plus 1 day. This 1 day is nothing but the odd day. If I take 9 days, I can just write it as 1 week plus 2 days, and these 2 days are nothing but odd days here. Similarly, the maximum number of odd days I can get is 6 here. So my answer, so after, if I just get more than 6, making 7, I can just make it into a week, so I can make it as 2 weeks again. So what we observe from this year is, in an ordinary year, as we are having 365 days, we all know that we can form 52 weeks out of this 365 days, and still we left over with 1 day. So this 1 day is nothing but odd day of 365 days. Okay, and similarly, this leap year also can be formed into 52 weeks as well, but 2 days will be left over here, and these 2 days are called odd days. Okay, so you just remember this one, students. Either you know the concept of calendar or you don't know, but you just make sure that you understand something like, in an ordinary year, the number of odd days we are having is 1, and in a leap year, the number of odd days we are having are 2. This is very much important. Okay, so now what I do from this question is, see, basically, if you observe, if your birthday in this year is on Sunday, next year you mostly observe it to be either Monday or Tuesday, not more than that. Yes or no? This is because in every year, in every ordinary year, as we will be left over with one odd day, the calendar moves one day. Okay, so your birthday moves to Monday. And if it is a leap year, your calendar will be moving with 2 days, and your next birthday will be on Tuesday. Got my point? So this is why uh, our birthday shifts every year. And now my question is here, if it is Sunday on Jan 1st 2006, what does the day in Jan 1st 2007? So what I need to do is I just need to calculate odd days here in each and every year. So if I take 2006 here, 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010. So till 2006 to 2010, how many odd days are there? I just need to calculate. So see, is 2006 an is a leap year or ordinary year? Just observing 2006, we know how to calculate whether a given year is leap year or not. Yes or no? We will be checking the divisibility by 4. So if it is divisible by 4 exactly, it is a leap year, or else not. 2006 as not divisible by 4, it is an ordinary year. So ordinary year, we are having only one odd day. And in 2007, as it is an ordinary year, again we will be having one odd day. And in 2008, as it is a leap year, I'll be having two odd days. And 2009, as it is an ordinary year, again I'll be having one odd day. So what are the total odd days from 2006 to 2010 here? 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So total 5 odd days. So this gives me the answer. So what is my day of the week on Jan 1st 2006? Sunday. So counting 5 days from here gives me the day of the week on Jan 1st 2007. So as it is Sunday, counting 5 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday is the day of the week on Jan 1st 2006. Okay. Yeah. So I think this is clear for you. So very simply, what I am doing here is, in this type of questions, if you see somewhere, you just need to remember few points. First, just find out whether it is an ordinary year or leap year. So if it is an ordinary year, the number of odd days are 1, and if it is a leap year, the number of odd days are 2. Okay. So based on this, I'll be counting out the total number of odd days from the start year which was given till the next year given in the question. Okay, so if just calculating similarly in this question, as 2008 year 8 is a leap year, I'm taking 2 odd days here, and for the rest of the years it is 1 odd day. So just now summing up all the odd days, I'm getting 5 odd days. So counting 5 from Sunday, my day is Friday on 2006. Okay, if your question is about 2011 again, so what will you be doing? You will be just counting, also adding the odd days in the year 2010, and then adding that to the Friday again. That gives you the answer for the next year. Similarly, how many years given in the question, for that many years we will be counting out the odd days and adding it to the question. Okay. See, and the next question is here. What was the day of the week on 28th May 2006? Okay. For this, either you just need shortcuts, or I just need to explain you the long method. It takes some time. So let's work it on tomorrow. Let's make it faster, as it is already 8:45. Let's go with some questions which you can understand easily. Today is Monday. After 61 days, it will be what? Is our question here. Saturday. Okay, most of you are answering it to be Saturday. Let's see the answer for this one. This is a simple calculation. If we observe, see here, it is given today is Monday. After 61 days, it will be. if it is so we know that what the day is today. So if we take Thursday, so when I will be getting this Thursday again, tomorrow will be Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the seventh day again is being Thursday, right? So if it is, if today is Monday as per the given question, so when will I be getting the next Monday? Obviously after 7 days. After 7 days means exactly on the seventh day. Okay. So now see, not only on the seventh I'm getting Monday, and the next Monday will be obviously on 14th, yes or no? Counting 7 more days from 7. And the next Monday will be on, I'm just taking all the multiples of 7. So it just goes on 21, 28, and at all the multiples of 35, whatever it is. All the multiples of 7 I will be getting the same day of the week getting repeated. So as per the given question here, today is Monday. After 61 days it will be, so seventh day will be Monday, 14th day will be also Monday. So what I do here is, what is the number given in the question, I directly take the nearest multiple of 7 to that. Okay, so what is the nearest multiple of 7 to that? You can either take 56 or you can also take 63. Okay, so if you take the lesser value, you add the number of days to that, or if you take the greater one, you subtract the days. So something like this. Let's show. I'll show you. See, what is the nearest multiple of 63? Nearest multiple of 7 to 61. That is nothing but 63. Yes or no? So this 63 day, 63rd day will be Monday again. So after 63 days I'll be getting Monday again. So this 61 day goes 2 days back from this, yes or no? So if 63rd day is Monday, 62nd day will be obviously Sunday, and 61 day will obviously Saturday. So my answer for this question is Saturday. I hope this is clear for you, right? And I'll show you one question from clocks here. See here, an accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. Through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock in the afternoon? See class, we are just going with basic questions of clocks and calendar here. And clocks and calendar is a very interesting topic. So we can just explore and solve many problems. But as we are going with out of time here, I'm just showing you the basic questions, whereas we can just work on the problems tomorrow or day after tomorrow when we get the session again. Okay. So don't worry, we'll be solving the problems on clocks and calendar again. Just going deep into the questions, and first answer me for this question. An accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. Through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock in the afternoon? See, we know how does a clock basically looks. So just for like, pardon me if my diagram goes very much dirty, because I'm just using my pen tab where I'm not much comfortable with. See, this is how our clock looks, and we know that 12 stands here, 6 stands here, 9 here, and 3 here. Yes or no? Similarly, we'll be having 1, 2 here, 7, 8 here, 10, 11 here, and 4, 5 here, right? So this is how our clock basically looks, yes or no? And my question is here, at accurate clock, an accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 means, I know that, see, through how many degrees our hand rotates. So I'll be just basically marking out our hand here. 8 o'clock means the our hand means, we know the shorter hand, yes or no? Minute hand means the longer hand. We also call them our hand and minute hand. So now as we are talking about the hour hand here, so hour hand will be on exactly 8 at 8 o'clock in the morning. And through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock in the afternoon? So 2 o'clock in the afternoon means this is morning 8 o'clock. So the needle will be rotating this way, and finally rotating this way it comes to 2 here by the time 2 o'clock in the afternoon, yes or no? So I just need to find out the angle this needle has made, this sorry, hour hand has made. So what it is, obviously we know that the whole circumference take 360 degrees, yes or no? This is completely 360 degrees. So as I am just talking about, as this needle from 8 to 2 only taking half of the circumference, my angle just taken by this is 180. I can just give you a very clear explanation for this question also, because as this is completely 360 degrees, as this has been made into 12 parts, so 360 by 12, I can just find it out to be each one to be 30 degrees. Yes or no? So each 5 minutes takes 30 degrees. 5 minute spaces. See the we will be having 5 minute spaces again in between the in between each number. These lines are called minute spaces. Okay, this minute space, all 5 minute space together takes 30 degrees. Okay, so similarly, if I just again divide that by 5, I will be getting each minute space taking 6 degrees. Okay, each minute space will be taking 6 degrees here. So total I can just calculate from 8 to 2 means how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours it's taking. So I can also calculate it to be 6 into 30 degrees, which is nothing but 180 degrees. Okay. So this answer will be much more clear. If your clock is something, if your question is like, if the time is 3 p.m. Like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so now your answer should be 30 degrees more than this. Yes or no? If your question is something like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, your answer should be 30 degrees less than this 180 again, which gives 150 degrees. Clear? I hope this answer is clear for you all. So, as we are moving from 8 to 2, and the angle made here is 180 degrees, as it is taking exactly half of the circumference. And we can also remember this in another way. So, when these two lines are exactly opposite to each other, we call it coincidence. Okay, when this coincidence happens, when they are in the same line, they obviously take 180 degrees. Okay. The reflex angle between the hands. Let's see what is a reflex angle tomorrow. And before that, I just want to give you answer for this question. So, this is by mistake, I guess. A clock is started at noon. By 10 minutes past 5, the hour hand has turned through. So, what does this question says? Hour hand has turned through means the angle taken by the hour hand. See, 10 minutes past 5 means how will the clock looks? If the time is 5, I know that here is 3 and here is 9 and here is 6. So my 5 will be here. So 10 minutes past 5 means 5:10 is the time here. Yes or no? At 2, my minute hand will be, and at 5 my hour hand will be. Yes or no? So the time is here 5:10. 10 past 5 means the time is 5:10 here. And our hand has turned through how many degrees is the question here. So this shorter hand has taken how many degrees at this particular time. So I just need to calculate this one. So we are not asked to find out the angle between two hands. So we do have so many things where we need to work on. We need to calculate reflex angle, and we also can calculate angle taken by minute hand, and we can also calculate angle between both the hands, and we can also calculate angle taken by the our hand individually. Okay, so we are here calculate taken by the our hand. We have a simple formula for this one where we can find out. So see here, we know that our hand means from here to here it is 30 degrees. Yes or no? And we are asked to find out the angle taken by this one. So our hand has turned through how many degrees is the question here. I know that. So in each hour, the hour hand will be moving 30 degrees. Yes or no? So how many hours are there? That many 30 degrees it will be taking. But the effect of minute hand also will be falling under the hour hand as it is taking some minutes also. So this 10 minutes. So for 5 hours, how many degrees it will be turning? Obviously, we know that it should be 5 into 30 degrees. Yes or no? This is 150 degrees, but this minute hand also shows some effect on this. And as it is taking 10 minutes more than this 5 hours, this minute hand will be just moving, will be taking half of the number of minutes given in the question. Okay, so this will be moving 5 degrees more than this 150 degrees. So my answer here is 150 plus 5, which is nothing but 155 degrees. Okay, so I'll generalize this one for you. As we are calculating angle taken by the R hand, so you can just find it out. Angle taken by R hand can be calculated just making number of hours given in the question into 30 degrees plus number of minutes in the question given by 2. Okay, this will be my final answer. Have you got this answer? So what is the saying? We are asked to find out the angle taken by only the hour hand. So I know that each hour takes 30 degrees. Like for 1 hour, so I'm having 5 hours here. I'm taking 5 into 30, and the minute hand also affects on this, taking just few degrees, very less degrees. So that I will be just taking directly taking half of the minute hand, minutes given in the question. It is 10 by 2. So as solving this out, I'll get my answer to be 150 plus 5, which is nothing but 155 degrees. Okay. See, like we are not exactly calculating what is the angle taken by the minute hand. We know that the each minute space will be taking 6 degrees. Yes or no? Each minute space is taking 6 degrees. And this 10 minutes of effect. See, when the hour, like if the time is 5 is here and 6 is here, this is 1 hour means we will be having 4 lines here, just making 5 minute spaces. Each takes again 6 degrees here. So in 1 hour, the hour hand will move from here to here. But in 10 minutes, it will not completely, the 10 minutes will not uh, very effectively affect the hour hand. It will be just taking very minor degrees. Yes or no? So and it can be less than the 6 degrees also. Okay, so how many, it can be also greater than the 6 degrees, but this will be a very minor change. So based on the observations taken and the formulas created, we'll be just directly taking minute hand by 2 to get the approximate time here. Okay, so whatever the degrees, minutes given in the question. So if we are only asked, see, Yatartha has asked me the doubt here, and he is saying that 10 into 6 gives me the minute hand, right? So 6 degrees into 10 gives me the angle traced by the minute hand. So I have written four things here: reflex angle, angle traced by minute hand, angle between the hands here, and angle traced by our hand. And the answer you have given is for this one. Okay, your answer is also correct. M into 6 degrees. So in this 10 minutes, what is the angle taken by minute hand is nothing but 60 degrees. That is clear. Okay, means 60 degrees means it will be just moving with 10 minute spaces. Okay, and we will be just solving the problems related to clocks and calendars more tomorrow. And not tomorrow, it can be day after tomorrow, as we will be having sessions alternative days. And there are so many questions where we need to work on clocks and calendars also, along with the next day's topics what we are having. We also combine these topics, and let's move a bit faster so that we can work on more number of questions. Okay, I hope this is clear for everyone. No comments yet? Or I do have some network issue? Yes. So I think Yadada is clear with his doubt. I can see yes message here, and any other one? Okay, class, I hope this is clear for you. And I can see no comments in the groups asking the doubts or just even responding whether the session is clear or not. So let's continue working on the questions, working on reflex angle, angle traced by minute hand, and also the other things, and finding out the day of the week in calendar, and also the topics followed by this given in your next day, something like time and work, time, speed, distance, and all. We'll be working in our next class. Until then, take care, everyone. So I'll be winding up the session here. Okay, class. Thank you all. Bye bye. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Meet you in the next session. See you all.